What IIP has done is it's given Fasset an opportunity to benchmark the importance we place on people development. IIP sets an international best practice standard, which is obviously something that we want to aspire to. And then once we've gone through that process of evaluation with IIP, to be able to identify those areas that we can become even better at, and then to aspire to going from bronze to silver to gold. We don't make and sell any products, and because we need to offer services in the public space, people are our most important asset in the organisation because they're the people who add value and engage with our stakeholders.
To me as a manager and to me as an individual in the organisation, Investors in People is more of a recognition of how people practices occur in an organisation. It provides a lot of structure and guidelines to me as a manager, how I need to work with my staff and how I need to engage with other people in the organisation.
Well, what I love the most is actually learning to do things that I haven't done before. For me, that's really what I love about my job. It shows that it gives you some sense of achievement and the fact that you are adding value to the company and contributing.
Once we'd explained the benefits of being able to benchmark and put ourselves in a unique club of people who are being recognised for the work they're doing, then we had buy-in from all of the people who work with us.
I entered into the managerial post at Fasset at a junior level, and it obviously is quite a new area. If you are managing other people, it's something that you're very conscious of, how you're communicating and how you are interacting. And the approach that I took was definitely led by the other staff at Fasset and the other managers at Fasset.
IIP has enabled us to have a tool against which we can measure ourselves and find areas of improvement.
They are offering opportunities for us to grow, and particularly with regards to training, because we have the learning and development plan, which is aligned to our performance appraisal, meaning that if there are areas that you need to develop, they are aligned to your key performance areas.
As we grow as managers, as we grow as staff members, you're always looking for better ways to communicate with people, and looking at my direct relationship with my reports, the clear communication channels, open communication channels have definitely benefited us as a team.
Our main areas of focus at the moment is looking very, very closely at leadership frameworks, because it's an area I think all businesses think we're very good at and involved in. But we need to have formal processes and policies in place for leadership development. One of the other areas that we're very involved in is opening as many communication channels as we can to staff. Because the success of Investors in People and the success of investing in people is to have people on that journey with you and to give people the opportunity to be able to engage in that process.
There need to be an open forum with the staff and the management. And some of the things that they've introduced is the ideas board. If you've got an idea, you can go and pin it on the board. There's that an open door policy where the CEO is accessible and you can raise issues whenever you feel that you should. So I think there is that an openness in terms of the management style.
Any organisation that is not committed to people development is not going to succeed and grow over any particular length in time. I think what IIP has done in terms of introducing the bronze, silver and gold, which is a relatively new initiative within IIP, is enabling Fasset then to move beyond the basic international benchmark and pushing us further and further to become an employer of choice.
And having the IIP guidelines and the standards to look back on, it does give you that comfort and that recognition to know that I'm approaching it in an ideal way, and that although there are always areas for improvement, at least I know what those guidelines are and where we can move from there.
Because we're a service organisation and a people-driven organisation, your competitive edge is always people development. And therefore we're not in the business of getting awards to put on the wall. An award to us and the IIP recognition is really an affirmation that we're doing the right thing.
It does give you a sense of pride at the end of the day to say that, you know, this is the achievement that my organization has got and this is the investment that my organization is making in me.
What it's doing is it's recognizing Fasset as an employer in its own right and its commitment to developing our people when we strive to meet the national goals of skills development.
The plaques that we receive from the IIP are displayed in our boardroom, which I think is a place where we engage with internal and external stakeholders, so that recognition is constantly there. And the nice link that I see is the Fasset slogan is "Make the Future Count," and that is so much supported by the IIP brand, because it is about forward thinking, it's about skills development and looking at the future.
What the standard does is it focuses your mind on the importance of people development as a business success tool. And I think it then gives you guidelines and benchmarks against which you can firstly value what you're doing, secondly measure what you're doing, and thirdly put a plan in place to strive for something even better.
Every organization needs to find their feet and figure out what works best for you. And at the end of the day, you're working with people. People are different, people react differently, and the change management processes that go through anything is going to require some time and some attention.
Probably more so in South Africa because of the nature of business in this country. We tend to see a standard that we're applying for as a tick box. And we have the philosophy behind the standard of I'm going to pass or fail, as opposed to the standard is putting me on a journey. And it's going to be a tool to enable me to get better along the way. And on your first or second attempt, it's actually irrelevant if you get the standard or not. But the standard's giving you the roadmap in terms of how you can reach that destination.